20 of it is berries, I would say, and we have all 3 berries: strawberries, raspberries, blueberries. We started growing berries in the 80s. My dad and uncle did, for pick your own primarily. Then we've moved into wholesale. We've just tried to capitalize on some marketing opportunities, and we've learned a lot, and we're still growing and learning all about berries. In 2008, we planted this acre here. These are all Floricane and Primocane New York varieties of all red raspberry. So far we've had 1 full crop, and we're halfway through our second crop there that's in its 3rd year. We just finished our Floricane harvest, and we're going to start Primocanes here very shortly. There might be a few starting already. This acre here is mainly all wholesale, sold in clamshells, 6 ounces. A few different things. One would be early season and season extension. This year was really early as a whole anyways for this area. We started picking in here between June 10th and June 15th. I think we started picking outside just probably towards the end of June, June 25th, June 30th. One thing we'll probably have berries in here until probably right up till November. We usually have to just stop picking in here and focus more on our apple harvest, because there were still berries in here last Thanksgiving night. It was pretty amazing, but we weren't picking them at that time.
Bobby?
It's split up, yeah.
What do you do pest management wise? What are your biggest focuses and issues? Pest management.
Pests they're not as big a challenge because it's more of a little climate in here. However, I've had some aphid problems, and that's probably the biggest problem.
Any problem with mildew? Run into powdery mildew?
No, not so much.
Okay.
The jet beetles are somewhat of a problem. We have to come in for those.
What varieties work the best? There's certain varieties that are better in high tunnels.
Yeah, I think they all can benefit from a high tunnel. We have like 8 varieties in here, half for Floricane and half for Primocane. But if I had to answer that, the best answer I would give you is high tunnels love Primocane varieties. It doesn't matter which kind. I don't think if we did this again, we probably wouldn't plant any Floricanes. We've learned how to double crop our Primocanes and come out just as good. And they seem to handle the stress a lot better, like especially this time of the year. It's like outrageously hot out. It tends to stay a little cooler in there, but not much.
How do you feel about the economics of the tunnel being $35,000 an acre?
The economics are tight. I think you gotta have some plants that can sustain long enough under there to help pay for it. I know out in California their cost per tunnels per acre is right around $9,000, but a lot of those are manufactured right on the farm, and they don't have the winds out here that we do. A lot of different things. That's one reason we went with high density, was just to really help this thing pay. And we tried to, when we were picking out varieties, we tried to make sure we've got fruit for 90 plus days out of the year. And those are 2 things we've done. It does pay. It's just you've got to manage it very closely every day, in and out, but you can make it pay. Pollination is a little different because of the luminance. Any honeybee does not typically like that kind of environment. So the first year we learned that the hard way, and then since then we've adopted bumblebees, which have worked great for us. The only problem with that is when you're putting on insecticide, you've got to do that at the right time, and they're always in there, so it's hard to manage.